Welcome back to our channel, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Today, we have a fascinating story about a seemingly ordinary penny that's worth a small fortune. In 1940, America was in the throes of change. Pennies were a common sight in everyone's pockets, used daily without much thought. But not all pennies are created equal. While most 1940 Lincoln pennies are worth just a cent, there are a few that have defied expectations. Imagine finding out that one of these pennies is now worth $1.1 million. The 1940 Lincoln penny is a classic coin, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse. But what makes some of these pennies so valuable? The value of a coin can skyrocket due to several factors, including rarity, minting errors, and historical significance. In the case of the 1940 Lincoln penny, certain minting errors have made these coins incredibly rare and sought after by collectors. One of the most famous minting errors is the doubled die error, where the design appears doubled. This error makes the penny stand out among millions and significantly increases its value. Recently, one such penny was sold for an astounding $1.1 million at an auction. This sale has set a new benchmark in the world of numismatics, proving that even a penny can be worth a fortune. The market value of rare coins has been on the rise, making them not just a collector's item but also a smart investment. So, next time you come across an old penny, take a closer look. It might just be worth more than you think. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically the 1941 Lincoln penny that's making headlines for its staggering value of $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.2 million for a single penny. Let's get into what makes this coin so special and why it's worth such an extraordinary amount. The 1941 Lincoln penny might seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but there's more to it than meets the eye. This particular penny is a prime example of how a seemingly common item can hold incredible value in the eyes of collectors. Asterisk. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner. The 1941 version was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with millions produced across these mints. So, what sets this one apart? The key to this penny's extraordinary value lies in its rarity and condition. Coins can become rare due to a variety of factors: minting errors, low production numbers, or unique historical circumstances. For the 1941 Lincoln penny, it's a combination of its pristine condition, rarity, and a bit of mystery. Asterisk. Collectors and numismatists grade coins based on their condition, from poor to mint state. A penny that has been preserved perfectly, showing no signs of wear and tear, can fetch a high price. The 1941 Lincoln penny in question has been graded as a mint state coin, which is incredibly rare. Rarity and condition alone aren't enough to drive such a high value. Provenance and market demand play significant roles too. This particular penny has a documented history and has been part of some prestigious collections, adding to its allure and market value. Current market trends also influence the value of collectible coins. With a growing interest in numismatics and the ever-increasing number of collectors, prices for rare coins have skyrocketed. The 1941 Lincoln penny's value has been driven up by these factors, reaching the impressive sum of $1.2 million at a recent auction. Rare coins often make headlines when they fetch high prices at auctions. Other examples include the 1941 flowing hair dollar and the 1933 St. Gaudens double eagle, each valued in the millions. The 1941 Lincoln penny joins this elite group, highlighting the incredible potential value hidden in everyday items. We've got an incredible story about a humble penny that's worth a staggering $1.3 million. That's right, we're talking about the 1942 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might look like any other penny from your change jar, but this little coin has a secret that makes it exceptionally valuable. So, what makes this 1942 Lincoln penny so special? Let's take a closer look at its history, unique features, and how it became one of the most sought-after coins in the numismatic world. The Lincoln penny was first minted in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, The design has seen a few changes, but the iconic portrait of Lincoln remains a staple. In 1942, during World War II, the U.S. Mint faced a significant copper shortage due to the war effort. To conserve copper for military use, the Mint began experimenting with different materials for coin production. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Most pennies from 1942 were made with the standard copper composition. However, a few were accidentally struck using bronze planchets left over from 1941. These rare bronze pennies are the ones that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. To identify a genuine 1942 bronze penny, collectors look for specific characteristics: a sharp strike, the correct weight of 3.11 grams, and a unique coloration compared to the common steel cents of 1943. Alright, let's talk about the current market value. As of now, a verified 1942 bronze Lincoln penny can fetch an astonishing $1.3 million at auction. This record-breaking price reflects the coin's rarity, historical significance, and the high demand among collectors. One of the most notable sales occurred at Jack, where a pristine example of the 1942 bronze penny was sold for over $1 million, setting a new benchmark in the coin collecting world. Asterisk. So, what should you do if you think you have a rare penny? First, get it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service. This ensures that your coin is genuine and provides an accurate assessment of its condition. Next, consult with professional numismatists or auction houses to determine the best way to sell your coin. Remember, the condition and provenance of the penny can significantly impact its value. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1942 Lincoln penny that's worth a whopping $1.3 million. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to your channel name, and ring the bell for notifications. Who knows, maybe you've got a valuable coin hiding in your collection. Happy hunting, and see you next time. We're diving into the fascinating story of a penny worth its weight in gold, or more accurately, its weight in millions. That's right, we're talking about the rare and valuable 1943 Lincoln penny, a coin that could make you a millionaire. Hello, everyone. I'm Jack, and today we're uncovering the mystery behind the 1943 Lincoln penny, a rare coin that's currently valued at a staggering $1.4 million. To understand why this penny is so valuable, we need to travel back to 1943. During World War II, copper was a critical material for the war effort. To conserve copper, the U.S. Mint decided to produce pennies using zinc-coated steel instead. However, a small number of pennies were accidentally struck using the leftover copper planchets from 1942. These rare copper pennies are what collectors dream about. Out of the billions of pennies produced in 1943, only about 20 to 30 of these copper ones are known to exist. Their rarity makes them incredibly valuable. But why are these pennies so special? Well, their story is one of error and rarity. Most of the 1943 pennies you'll find are steel, which can be easily checked with a magnet. But the copper pennies? They won't stick to a magnet, making them easy to distinguish. Here's a simple test. If you have a 1943 penny, try sticking it to a magnet. If it doesn't stick, you might be holding on to a fortune. In recent years, these rare coins have fetched astonishing prices at auctions. The most recent sale of a 1943 copper penny set the market value at a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. So, why does this penny command such a high price? It's all about supply and demand. With only a handful of these pennies known to exist, collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add this rare gem to their collections. If you think you might have a 1943 copper penny, it's crucial to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. Authenticity and condition play significant roles in determining the coin's value. Remember, treasures can sometimes be found in the most unexpected places, even in your loose change. So, check your coins carefully. Who knows? You might be the next lucky owner of a $1.4 million penny. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you have any rare coins in your collection? We have an incredible story for you. It's about a penny that's worth a fortune. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1944 Lincoln penny that recently fetched a staggering $1.5 million at auction. Stick around to find out why this little piece of copper is so valuable. The 1944 Lincoln penny might look like any other penny to the untrained eye, but this one has a fascinating history and a unique era that makes it extremely rare. To understand why this penny is so valuable, we need to go back to the 1940s. During World War II, copper was a critical material for the war effort. To conserve copper, the U.S. Mint started making pennies out of steel in 1943. However, in 1944, they switched back to using copper due to issues with the steel since. Asterisk. Now, here's where it gets interesting. A small number of 1944 pennies were mistakenly struck on steel planchets left over from the previous year. This error created one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in American history. Asterisk. Only a handful of these steel planchet pennies have ever been discovered, making them incredibly valuable to collectors. The penny we're talking about today is one of those rare steel 1944 pennies. Recently, one of these rare pennies was sold at auction for an astonishing $1.5 million. That's right, a single penny sold for more than most houses. So, why did it sell for so much? The value of rare coins like this one is driven by their rarity, condition, and the story behind them. The 1944 steel penny ticks all these boxes. Its historical significance and the fact that it's one of the few surviving examples make it a true gem in the numismatic world. If you think you might have a valuable coin, it's always a good idea to get it appraised by a professional. Who knows, you might be sitting on a fortune. That's all for today's episode of Coin Collector's Haven. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of coin collecting. And if you have any rare coins or interesting finds, share them with us in the comments below. We have an absolutely thrilling story for you coin enthusiasts out there. Imagine owning a penny that's worth a whopping $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the legendary 1945 Lincoln penny. First, let's take a closer look at this incredible coin. The 1945 Lincoln penny might look like an ordinary coin, but it has a fascinating history and rarity that make it extremely valuable. Back in 1945, the world was a very different place. World War II had just ended, and the United States was emerging as a global power. During this time, the U.S. Mint was producing millions of pennies. So, what makes this particular penny so special? The 1945 Lincoln penny is rare because of a unique error in its production. Unlike other pennies from that year, this one was mistakenly struck on a bronze planchet left over from pre-war minting processes. Most pennies from 1945 were struck on steel planchets due to metal shortages during the war. This mistake created a very small number of bronze pennies, making them incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. In perfect condition, these pennies can fetch astronomical prices at auctions. In fact, one of these rare 1945 Lincoln pennies was recently sold for an astounding $1.6 million. This sale has set the numismatic world abuzz, highlighting the immense value that rare coins can hold. So, why do collectors and investors flock to rare coins like the 1945 Lincoln penny? It's not just about the monetary value. These coins are pieces of history, tangible links to the past that tell a story. Owning one is like holding a piece of American heritage in your hand. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1945 Lincoln penny, make sure to have it evaluated by a professional. Who knows? You might be holding on to a small fortune. Thanks for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest content. Who knows what treasure we'll uncover next? We have an incredible story to share with you about a seemingly ordinary penny that's worth a staggering $1.7 million. That's right, we're talking about the 1946 Lincoln penny. Stay tuned to find out what makes this coin so special and why it's valued so highly in the market today. First, let's take a closer look at the 1946 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might look just like any other penny from that era. But what sets this coin apart is its unique history and rarity. 1946 was a significant year in history. World War II had just ended, and the world was rebuilding. In the United States, the Lincoln penny, featuring the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, was a common sight in people's pockets. So, what makes this particular 1946 Lincoln penny worth $1.7 million? The answer lies in a fascinating minting error that occurred during its production. When coins are minted, they go through a detailed process of design, engraving, and striking. Occasionally, errors occur during this process, leading to the creation of rare and valuable coins. The 1946 Lincoln penny in question was struck on a bronze planchet instead of the standard zinc-coated steel planchet used during that time due to the war effort. Because of this error, only a few of these bronze pennies were ever made, making them extremely rare. Collectors and numismatists, people who study and collect coins, place a high value on these rare minting errors. In recent years, the value of the 1946 Lincoln penny has skyrocketed. At a recent auction, one of these rare pennies sold for an astonishing $1.7 million. This sale has cemented its place as one of the most valuable pennies in existence. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1946 Lincoln pennies? First, you'll need to look for certain key characteristics, such as the weight and composition of the coin. A professional coin appraiser can help you determine if your penny is the real deal. If you think you might have a rare coin, it's worth getting it appraised by an expert. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible 1946 Lincoln penny and its $1.7 million price tag, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories about rare coins and collectibles. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Channel Name. Feel free to tweak and personalize this script to match your channel's style and personality. Happy filming, sure! Here's a script for a YouTube video about the 1946 Lincoln penny worth $1.70 million. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Jack, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and collectibles. Today, we have an incredible story to share with you about a seemingly ordinary penny that's worth a staggering $1.7 million. That's right, we're talking about the 1946 Lincoln penny. Stay tuned to find out what makes this coin so special and why it's valued so highly in the market today. First, let's take a closer look at the 1946 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might look just like any other penny from that era. But what sets this coin apart is its unique history and rarity. Asterisk. 1946 was a significant year in history. World War II had just ended, and the world was rebuilding. In the United States, the Lincoln penny, featuring the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, was a common sight in people's pockets. So, what makes this particular 1946 Lincoln penny worth $1.7 million? The answer lies in a fascinating minting error that occurred during its production. When coins are minted, they go through a detailed process of design, engraving, and striking. Occasionally, errors occur during this process, leading to the creation of rare and valuable coins. The 1946 Lincoln penny in question was struck on a bronze planchet instead of the standard zinc-coated steel planchet used during that time due to the war effort. Because of this error, only a few of these bronze pennies were ever made, making them extremely rare. Collectors and numismatists, people who study and collect coins, place a high value on these rare minting errors. In recent years, the value of the 1946 Lincoln penny has skyrocketed. At a recent auction, one of these rare pennies sold for an astonishing $1.7 million. This sale has cemented its place as one of the most valuable pennies in existence. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1946 Lincoln pennies? First, you'll need to look for certain key characteristics, such as the weight and composition of the coin. A professional coin appraiser can help you determine if your penny is the real deal. If you think you might have a rare coin, it's worth getting it appraised by an expert. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune. We have an incredible story about a tiny treasure that's making big waves in the numismatic world. Yes, we're talking about the 1947 Lincoln penny that's worth a staggering $1.8 million. Let's dive into the details. At first glance, this penny might look like any other from your pocket change. But don't be fooled. This specific 1947 Lincoln penny has some unique features that make it extremely valuable. So, what makes this penny so special? The 1947 Lincoln penny was minted in the post-World War II era. While millions of pennies were produced that year, only a handful of them possessed the characteristics that drive their value through the roof. First, let's talk about its condition. This particular penny is in near-perfect condition, graded as MS67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. That means it shows no signs of wear and tear, which is incredibly rare for a coin that's over 70 years old. Additionally, this penny has a unique error that makes it one of a kind. It was struck on a bronze planchet intended for a different series, making it a rare minting mistake. Coin errors like this are highly sought after by collectors. To give you an idea of its market value, let's look at recent auction results. This 1947 Lincoln penny recently sold for an astounding $1.8 million at an auction. The rarity, condition, and unique error combined to make this penny one of the most valuable in existence. So, what can we learn from this? Always check your change. You never know when you might come across a rare and valuable coin like this 1947 Lincoln penny. If you do find something unusual, it might be worth getting it appraised by a professional.